Strawberry season is upon us, and we just took our daughter strawberry picking, which means I have an abundance of strawberries, and that means we're making strawberry shortcake. So cheers, and let's bake. Now we're not going to start with the strawberries, we're going to start with the shortcake. First we're going to mix all our dry ingredients. I got 4 cups all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'll just cut all that together with my pastry cutter. That's good and mixed up. Set that aside. Next up, mixing our wet ingredients. We got 1 1/4 cup of buttermilk, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Whisk all that together. Set that aside, and back to our flour. To our flour, we'll add 1 cup of cold diced butter. Our pastry cutter back, just cut that butter in until we have pieces about the size of a pea. That's looking good. Little pieces here. Time to pour in our wet ingredients. And then we'll just give that a stir until it starts to come together. We got a shaggy mess here, which means it's time to go on to the table. I'm just going to work it with my hands now. Trying to work it as little as possible. I don't want the heat from my hands to melt this butter. I'm just going to work it enough to bring it together into a dough. Almost there. There you go. I'm going to wrap this in saran wrap, and we're going to let this rest in the fridge for 20 minutes. While that dough is chilling in the fridge, time to prep our strawberries. I like to just cut a V, get the top out of there. I'm just going to go through, cut all the tops off. After the tops are removed, we're going to go back through and just slice them up. Berries are all sliced up. They look and smell amazing. To that, we'll add a 1/3 cup of sugar, as well as a 1/4 cup of limoncello. That's what we're going to use to macerate these guys. Just give these a stir. Nothing crazy. Sugar is going to help pull all the natural liquids out. Okay, so now we're just going to throw a lid on there, let that sit in the fridge until we're ready to plate. Our dough has chilled for 20 minutes, so now I'm going to lightly dust my table with some flour. pop her out. Now we're going to roll it until it's about an inch high. We're at about 3/4 of an inch, which will work just fine. I got a 4-inch round cutter. We're going to be making some big ones here. You can go smaller if you'd like. So now, just going to cut them out, place them on a sheet tray that I got lined with some parchment paper. Pieces here, just kind of smush those together. It's not going to give you the prettiest one, but it'll work. Don't waste that dough. I've got a 6 one on that. Just gonna push that aside. Now, before I go into the oven with these guys, I got some melted butter. I'm just going to brush the tops, just the tops, some melted butter. And now this is optional. I'm going to sprinkle a little flake salt on top. Okay. Now I'm going to a 420-degree oven for roughly 18 minutes. I just want a nice little golden brownness out over the top of each of these guys. Our shortcakes came out absolutely gorgeous. We gotta let those rest for about 20 minutes. While our shortcakes are resting, we're gonna make our whipped cream, or technically our chantilly cream, which is just a fancy way of saying a sweetened whipped cream. So I got 2 cups heavy cream, a teaspoon vanilla extract, and a 1/4 cup of sugar. Now I'm just going to whisk that on high until I got stiff peaks. Looks like it's stiffening up. Let's see what we got. Stand straight up, stiff peaks. I'm just gonna get this into the fridge until everything's ready to go. Our shortbread is cooled, our berries are macerated, and our cream is whipped. So what do you say we plate one up? These should be pretty flaky, so I'm gonna use a serrated knife. So just cut that in half. Looks nice. Onto our plate. First up is going to be our berries. Get some berries, get some juice. And we'll go on with some of our chantilly cream. Top. We're going to do one more layer over the whole thing at the bottom, but we'll get a little extra juice. Just drizzle that around. A little dollop of your whipped cream on top. There you go. Now that is a shortcake fit for a king. Guys, cheers. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.